By the end of this video, you're going to know whether stretching your spine is a waste of time and what to do for it. My name is Dr. Story. I've been a chiropractor for over 25 years. I'm going to give you realistic advice based on my experience, but more importantly, based on the scientific literature. So should you be stretching your spine, and is that beneficial? The answer is no. I'm going to say 9 out of 10 times in my practice, my job is to get people to stop stretching their spine. And the reason why is because the more flexible a person's spine, the more likely micro movements can occur in their spine and thus strain the fibers of the disc. When the fibers of the disc get strained, then what happens is you get these little micro movements. There's swelling that occurs, the body doesn't like it, and so you start to get a lot of muscular spasms in the back from these little micro movements. In fact, the research has shown that the more flexible the spine is without muscular control of those micro movements, the more likely a person's going to have pain. Talk about a controversial subject. So in my practice, what I have found that if I can teach a person how to do exercises to stabilize their spine, but increase the range of motion of their hip as well as increasing the strength of their hip, very often this is how I essentially help people with back pain. So if stretching is not the thing you should be doing, what should you be doing? Stability training, stability training, stability training. And I'll put links down below, and you can go to the playlist and learn all the different core exercises that I have on my channel. It's all there for free. You can have it for free. And this is the best way to prevent back pain. Probably the #1 research dude in the world is Stuart McGill, and this is where all this information comes from. Now, what about all those people with Cirque du Soleil and all these super flexible acrobats? How come they're not in misery? The reason why is, despite the fact that they have extreme flexibility, they also have extreme strength and control of those joints. In many cases with these acrobats and superior athletes that have extreme flexibility, very often they started, first of all, in their youth. #2, they are genetically predisposed towards having a high level of flexibility. You cannot take an oak tree and make it into a loose as a goose type of twig. That's not going to happen. So those are extreme examples, and most people are not doing sports that require extreme flexibility. So this ideal that we put people up on a pedestal where we say, well, all these acrobats have extreme flexibility, so I want to achieve that, that's not realistic. #1, because it takes a lot of work. #2, you may not have the genetic predisposition to even come close to that flexibility. So if you thought this video was interesting, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, you're allowed to ask in the comment section down below.